I heard that someone needs a reminder that everything is going to be okay. Let's pull some tarot about it. For the past few days, I've just been kept on hearing, like, everything's going to be okay. Everything's going to be okay. It's all right. Just breathe. Everything's going to be okay. And I keep hearing, like, those little comforting things, but sometimes I don't feel like they're for me. And that's really whenever I start, like, getting ready to pull a tarot video, is that, like, I'll have a message that I feel like is for me and other people may relate to it, or, like, a collective is tapping into it, or I will hear a message and be like, that's not for me, that's for someone else. And so that's sort of what this is that I keep hearing, like, comforting messages of, like, everything's going to be okay, and it feels like it's for someone else. And so I just wanted to pull some tarot tonight to go over that and, like, really just give you maybe some advice to help you feel more secure moving forward, or just really tap in and remind you, like, hey, it's going to be all right. This is your confirmation that it's going to be all right. While I was pulling cards and also, like, setting up to record the video and everything, I kept finding myself, like, second guessing things, or, like, needing to redo things and everything. And I feel like that is an energy that's going on around this right now, is that, like, maybe you're feeling the need to second guess yourself a lot, and you're feeling the need to check things not once but twice, and just keep checking things to make sure that they're okay. And where that builds good habits, that is a good thing to be doing. The urge to do it, the anxiety that you're feeling about it, almost like the OCD you're feeling to do it right now, isn't all you. What you're picking up on is that there's this strange juxtaposition going on around you in the world that is like harmony balancing with chaos, order coming together to work with, like, agents of destruction, like creation and destruction coming together. We can see that in the world, we can see that in what's going on right now, but all you have to worry about with you is that you are, like, sailing towards smoother waters. Yeah, some of this may have an effect on you, some of the chaos of the world may have an effect on you, some of the creation of the world may have an effect on you right now, and both of those energies are at play, but you're still, like, sailing towards smoother waters. You are still working in a direction that is going to work out for you in a calm and gentle way. It may not feel like it is a softer, gentler way at times, or like a more balanced, gentler way at times, but it is. You have been pushed to this point where you can live a life of responsibility, a life of taking on things, a life of seeing things coming your way, or seeing things that you're going to have to do in the near future, seeing decisions that you're going to have to make, but still live softly, still live lightly, because you are becoming a master of balancing decision making with, like, being able to live with free will. So being able to plan, but also being able to act and actually do things. Like, you are becoming a master of that. You're becoming a master of give and take, of push and pull, of ebb and flow, and you're really starting to control those energies in your life, whether you realize it or not. But you are literally creating the world around you, and you're doing it in a way that is comfortable for you, in a way that's going to allow you to tap into and achieve and sit in this softness as you become the ruler of your life. Part of that softness, though, of sitting in that, like, empress energy, that ruler energy, but still being able to, like, relax at the end of the day, is taking rest whenever you know it's time to take rest. Having indulgences when you know it's time to indulge, when it's in time to sit back and eat a bunch of junk food, when it's time to just have a movie night and not worry about responsibilities, where it's time to stay up a little too late despite how early you have to get up the next day, but also balancing that with days where you don't do that, days where you're very disciplined, days where you wake up early and go to bed early. And it's that balance, it's that time of rest and balancing that with responsibility and productivity. No longer looking at procrastination as procrastination, but understanding that it's simply you listening to your soul, listening to your body, listening to your being, and understanding what you need. I feel like you're someone who has recently just really gotten comfortable listening to your intuition, and not just, like, comfortable in it, but, like, decisive in it. Like, I have not listened to my intuition so many times before, and it's gotten me in X, Y, and Z, or it's gotten me into this situation, it's gotten me into that situation, and I'm done doing that. So I'm now making a conscious decision to listen to my intuition, and you don't realize how good of a job you're doing at it. Like, you're being very, very good about listening to your intuition and allowing that to be what you make decisions off of, and you're setting some really great long-term foundations, schedules. I don't know why I heard schedules, but plans. Like, you're setting such a good road ahead just from listening to your intuition. So keep that up. Keep listening to that inner voice. Don't listen to what's going on around you. Don't listen to the cravings of, like, what you desire, which, I mean, desire is great, but for the point of listening to your intuition right now, you need to be intuition driven. Your intuition is aligned with your true long-term desires and is going to tell you how to get there. But sometimes we get so fixated on something that we want, and we start thinking so much and start trying to come up with, like, a worldly plan and put it into all of our control or make it something that we can control, then we'll stand in the own way of our own way of our own success, our own abundance, our own manifestations. But if you listen to your intuition, just sit back and you calmly sit in your intuition, you calmly listen, you calmly make decisions based off the here and now, based off what you're feeling right now. That is whenever you are truly in alignment with what it is that you want long term. Your intuition is going to make small decisions now that have big results later, and you're doing that now. Some of you may be nervous because you feel like you have a lack of options, but really the lack of options in this case isn't a bad thing. You no longer have a bunch of choices in front of you or a bunch of different things you could choose in front of you, a long list in front of you that is just going to confuse you on what you want to do moving forward. As things fall away, you begin to consolidate down the possibilities of what your options are, and then you are really good at making decisions whenever you can focus, whenever you can listen to your intuition. And all this is the universe removing those things, because you removing distractions, because the universe wants you to be able to make these decisions easily. It doesn't want you to use a lot of energy right now. There's something about conserving your energy right now, resting, letting it build up, because you're going to have a lot of movement that you have to step into in the near future. So right now is a time for rest, but it's not just a time for rest. It's a time for foundation laying. You're really meant to conserve yourself. You're meant to be the tortoise rather than the hare. So you have consistent movement, but not quick, out of breath, panting, trying to panic and get it all together movement, if that makes sense. And on the other hand, or maybe a complimentary or half hand, some of you have just gotten too used to what it feels like to be depressed and long for the past. So now that you're getting this forward movement, it's not looking the way that you imagined it to look. It's not feeling the same that you felt like it would feel. And so you are getting this forward movement, it's just you're not recognizing it for what it is, because you're so used to making every single decision while being depressed and longing for the past. But now you're finally moving forward and you have your eyes set on the future. You're acting in the moment. You're no longer stuck in the past, and that feels different to you. That feels weird, and that's okay. No judgment, no shame. But trust the process. Trust yourself. You've come a very long way. You've made some very hard sacrifices to get to where you are, and you are working in your best accordance. You are working in your best alignment. You're doing great. You honestly probably could do with a little bit of positivity. Maybe right now is the time to try and be positive and say, you know what? I trust myself. I trust the process. I have been through a lot, and I've dealt with it each time. I got this. I can do this now. Some of you may be worried that with your no longer longing for the past, with you throwing that out, that you may have also thrown out some of your dreams from being a child, or some of your dreams that you wanted to fulfill, something that you've wanted for a long time. You feel like you've given up on that. So this is your advice and your time and your reminder to set up strong boundaries that protect that. You still have a lot of really great people around you that are looking out for you, that are going to want to help you, whether it's now, whether it's in the near future when you feel more comfortable. You also have a lot of great energies around you where it's your guides, your angels, your spirit guides, your whatever, people around you, your spiritual companions. There's just a lot of universal energy, but also physical energy, companion energy. You have a good network around you. You may not see them right now. You may be looking in the opposite direction because you're focused more on setting a strong foundation, or you're focused on a certain specific part of your life. But set strong boundaries around the things that you want, around the dreams that you want, and make sure that they always stay part of your plan, even if it's not something you're acting on right now. If it's not something that you're constantly, daily putting a little time aside for, make a plan, make a time limit. Maybe by the end of 2025, by the end of this year, I will have at least revisited my plan or my dreams and made a plan for it. Or, you know what, while I can't work concrete toward it, I'm going to take 5 minutes a week to work toward this. If you want to be a writer, write for 20 minutes a month if you can. If you want to be a singer, practice singing for 5 minutes a day. Set aside, even if it's just a little bit of time. You don't have to sit here and say, you know what, I'm going to make a goal to be published by 2026. Don't do that. Just write. If you want to be a writer, just write. If you want to be a singer, just sing. If you want to be an actor, just act. Whatever it is that you're wanting to do, put some time aside every single day, or however often you can spare to do it. I'm running out of time, but some of you are not ready for the all of a sudden push that the universe is about to hit you with to absolutely turn your life around. In a month, some of you are not even going to recognize your life. It's going to look absolutely different by the end of this year for a lot of the rest of you. So things are rapidly changing. You're just not meant to see it right now.